So in this video we are going to learn how to filter data in Stata. We are going to learn how to conduct filtering of data in Stata. And when you are filtering data, it means keeping or dropping some observations in the data series or in a variable. It means keeping or dropping some observations in a variable. And we use two commands. The first command that we use is called keep. So this command retains only the observations that satisfies a particular condition. For instance, we may write this particular command keep if foreign is equal to 1. This means that we retain only rows where foreign is equal to 1. Another command that we use when we are filtering data in Stata is called drop. And drop, this command removes the observations that meet a particular condition. For instance, we may write this command drop if mpg is less than 20. So for this command, it deletes rows where mpg, that is miles per gallon, is less than 20. So what we are saying is that when we are filtering data, we use keep or drop commands to either keep or drop some observations in a variable. So let us go to Stata and see how we go about it. So first of all, we clear the interface, or we clear the database of this data, and then we import the data from the example dataset. So we click example dataset, then we click use the first data, and then we browse this data so that we can see the variables that are contained there. You can see we have different variables, price, mpg, all the way up to foreign. So we have that these several observations, and actually there are 74 observations, and we have several variables. So we can first of all play around with the price. So we can say price, we have 4,000, 4,000. There are others which are 10,000, 11,000, 14,000, 15,000. So we may be interested to retain or to see how many or the number of prices that are above 10,000. Yeah. So we may need to keep only the prices that are above 10,000, or we may need to filter the prices that are above 10,000. So in that case, what we do is that we come here and write keep. Remember our first command, as we said, our first command was keep, so we use this command keep. So we write keep if, so keep if price is greater than 10,000, then you click enter. So you can see we are being told that 64 observations were deleted. Then you can browse to see the results, and you can see the prices that we have now are only the prices that are above 10, that are above 10,000. And then maybe we can come here, we can see this price, there is the domestic and foreign. So we may need to filter prices that are above 10,000 and they are foreign. So we may need to filter that. So what we do is that we come again and we also write keep if foreign, if this command foreign is equal to 1. We may need to keep this equal to 1. Remember, or what we can do first is that we may need to code book the foreign. We may need to code book the foreign variable so that we can see how it is coded, and we can see that foreign is coded as 1. So foreign is coded as 1. Therefore now we can come here and write keep if foreign is equal to 1. And then you click enter. You can see that the result says that 8 observations has been deleted, and then we can browse to see the results, and you can see the results are showing that the prices, 2 prices are above 10,000 and they are foreign. So we have filtered the prices that are above 10,000 and they are foreign. So that is how we filter data using the keep command. So now we go now and look how do we filter data using the drop command. Remember we said that drop command removes the observations that meet a particular condition. So what we do is that first of all we clear and then we import the data again. We go to file, example dataset, we go example dataset installed in Stata, and then we click use for the first data. Then maybe we may need to drop some variables, so let us browse the data again so that we can, maybe we may need to play around with a different variable. We may need to drop, we can play around with this variable called trunk, and we may need to drop the variables that are below 10. Maybe we may need to drop the variables that are below 10. So what we do is that we come here and write the command drop if trunk is less than 10. You press enter, and then you can see that the result says that 14 observations has been deleted. So if we browse the data, we can see that the variable that we have here, or the values that we have in the variable of trunk, are only those that are above 10. Only those that are above 10. And maybe we may need to drop foreign. So that we can be left with the domestic only. So in such case, you just come here and you write drop foreign, drop if foreign is equal to 1. Then you click enter, and you can see that 16 observations has been deleted. And then you can browse again to see the results. So you can see we are only left with observations whose trunk are above 10, because we have already dropped those observations below 10, and the domestic ones whose foreign is domestic, meaning because we have already dropped the foreign one. So that is how we filter the data using the drop command. So we have seen how to filter the data using either the keep command or the drop command.